Hi, Silent Sophie. What movie did you find this time? (2008's) The Death Factory, Bloodletting. Wait a minute, there's a sequel to Death Factory? Oh, what the fuck? Death Factory gets a fucking sequel, but never Event Horizon? There is no fucking justice in this goddamn world. Alright, LFG and all that jazz. Sooner I get to it, the sooner it's over. Come on, Abraxas. I'm not suffering alone.
Oh man, I just put some cornbread muffins in the oven.
Is that all? Yeah, I think that's it. Abraxas, would you please send up that sleaze docket for us?
Yeah, sure. We have 14 dead bodies, 10 cups blood, 2 syringes Dr. West's reanimating serum, 6 naked breasts, overly descriptive captions, standard issue alt girl, vaginally smuggled handgun, vaginally smuggled bullet-filled condom, 1 flip phone, 1 mostly eaten corpse, I'm already dead cliche, radio preacher cliche, overly descriptive heroin prep sequence cliche, Dante's Inferno speech cliche, bad guy monologuing cliche, let's split up cliche, guns don't kill people cliche, ending spoiled introduction cliche, monster not dead yet eye twitch cliche, triple headshot, gunshot to the chest, gunshot to the back of the head, gunshot to the forehead, gunshot to the stomach, 1 bitch slap, 1 slashed throat, 1 snapped neck, knife to the spine, repeated brick to the skull, handsaw to the throat decapitation, but it's off camera. Repeated head smashery, jump cut knife slashery, pipe stabbery, pipe impalement falling death, baby decapitation, cheap contact close-up, quick cut violence avoidance, impaled pipe suckery, gunfire cock blockery, monster attack cock blockery, gratuitous racial slurs, gratuitous homophobic slurs, indeterminate monster shooting, needle injected gunshot wound, living prey devouring, non-consensual fingering, and unnecessary public urination.
Well, just kind of bear with me for a minute on this one, folks. I'm a little confused on this one. Death Factory was a shitty 2002 horror movie that I was forced to review last year, which prompted a couple weeks of loose, bloody stools with an occasional chunk of bone for your clowny compatriot here.
Oh, school is out forever! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Me too.
The Death Factory, Bloodletting, was actually kind of entertaining, and dare I say it, not bad at all. But let's get to it. Our movie begins with a woman setting up a camera to tell us that
If you're watching this, I'm already dead.
we then cut to Charles Manson, or whatever, driving around and listening to a radio preacher bring the good Christian hate. And as someone who grew up in the Bible Belt back before radio could be anything other than a mouthpiece for the local loonies, I know goddamn well how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that shit can make ya. The broadcast is all about how God's gonna dole out swift justice and all that jazz. Old Crazy Eyes here pulls into the Carter Brick Factory that was decommissioned in March 2005. Oh, I should warn you now, this movie's editor just got himself a bright and shiny new text packet for his editing software, and we're gonna see a lot of it. Not Rob Zombie enters the facility to find a group of homeless people and starts handing out food. He soon spots a hypodermic on the ground, immediately pulls out a gun, and kills all 4 adults.
Headshot, double kill, multi-kill, monster kill.
He carries the baby to the back of his van and tries to quiet the little guy.
They were bad, irresponsible people. You never had a chance.
And then something crawls from the back of the van and rips the baby apart. Holy shit! See what I mean about the text? There's plenty more on the way, but at least now we have 100% confirmation that, yeah, this movie is a sequel. We jump cut to 6 months later. See? And Denny is in a production booth looking over a mostly naked woman chained to the floor. He blares static over the speakers, which wakes her up. Oh boy. Denny picks up a mic and starts shaming Jane Doe for her prostitution just before Alexa charges into the room and indeterminately kills her, splashing blood all over. We do get to see a stumpy arm, but that's about it for the gore other than the blood. And we're back to where we started. Anna here describes how she's gone undercover to find the individual who murdered her daughter. She's done this by infiltrating the underground community of illegal video traders. Porn, snuff, torture, Alex Jones taking his quarterly bath. They do it all and even dabble in slave trading. But she's gotten so well known in the community that she and several others have been invited to join an event known as the Bloodletting, a ritualistic killing that very few know about and even fewer get to see. She says the individual known as Rubber Love is responsible for her daughter's death and that he will be attending the show. Her invite only gives her a street address and building number, and she cautiously shows up. Soon after entering, Ski King here puts a gun to her head, demands her password, her payment, and then ties her up and tosses her in the back of the van with another happy little individual. The heavy metal plays as we jump to a room full of similarly bound individuals. He unties the skinhead and hands him a knife with the instructions to untie everyone else in the room. He then tells everyone the score. There will be no shenanigans, no attempts to leave, and everyone will be patient or they will die. The entire compound is wired up with cameras and they will see everything. Once they're left alone, old wife beater here suggests they introduce themselves to each other.
I'm White Manson.
I go by Black Johnson.
Slutty Baby.
The Cockmaster.
I'm Gretel. And this piece of shit right here is my slave, Hansel.
I call myself Rubber Love.
Ugh. Fucking internet edgelord's gonna edge, I guess. But they're all surprised when Anna introduces herself as Massive 9.
The biggest trader in all of Gorehouse.
I love how everyone there already knows who Massive 9 is, but Mayonnaise Gacy still has to read off her MySpace profile page. Apparently she deals in some really sick shit considering she's supposed to be our protagonist. Anyway, Anna finds a quiet corner that conveniently has a malfunctioning camera she doesn't know about, drops her pants, and pulls out a giant fucking condom-wrapped handgun.
Rib for her pleasure. Ew.
Jesus Christ. Ladies, I don't want to overstep my bounds being a dude and all, so I'll just ask you. Unless that gun was fucking made by Bad Dragon, ain't that gonna be incredibly painful? I mean, I know she's had a kid and all, but it's not a clown car. There's definitely a limit, right? Especially since, spoiler warning, we find out later that gun wasn't the only thing she's got stuffed up there.
That's disgusting.
Anyway, we break away to see Gretel and Slutty Baby getting busy in the bathroom. Unfortunately, mood killer Anna empties her gun into Rubber Love before the ladies get anywhere fun. Gretel sends the simp Gimp out to see what's going on, and he gets killed by Alexa, but it's all shaky cam and jump cuts, so we barely see anything. Anna is knocked out and tied up, and basically the rest of the movie is the group trying to escape the facility while Alexa takes them out one by one. We do get a few twists, some more obviously stupid than others, but all in all, this was really a pretty entertaining time compared to the first movie. What I've gone through is just about the first 35 minutes of an 87-minute movie, so there's still plenty left, and as much as I hated the first movie, I really want to recommend the sequel and don't want to spoil any more of it just in case anyone out there is intrigued by this review. So there it is. Probably one of the few instances where the sequel is actually better than the original film. And it had to be Death Factory. But in all fairness, the first movie was so fucking terrible, the expectations were really low when I was going into this one. But it is a dramatic improvement in practically every classification. Better acting, better camera work, better story, better locations, better music. Sure, there's really not a lot here that we haven't seen before in much better movies. But I just can't disregard the stark contrast between the two movies in this series. If Bloodletting was a standalone movie, I would probably give it a much lower score. But the fact that it's a sequel to an incredibly painful, pukish picture, well, it's going to get extra credit bonus points from me. If the first movie was a see me after class, then Bloodletting is definitely a show's improvement. Heck, maybe even a popcorn-smelling scratch-and-sniff sticker, too. Although I will say the one thing I found amusing is just how far cringy internet badasses have come since 2008. If they made this movie today, the introduction scene would play out quite differently. I make hate vids against popular YouTubers who may not actually be guilty of anything. But so many haters out there want to watch someone talking shit, so I get a ton of ad revenue for it. I don't even fact check nothing, motherfucker. I don't have to. I bitch about movies just because they cast women and people of color. The formula is so easy. Sometimes I don't even watch the movie I'm reviewing. Shit for brains, incels, and racists love me. I'm a douchebag, but my parents were rich, so I never had to get a real job. I just filmed myself being an incredibly gigantic douchebag. I also sell garbage food and drinks to kids. What's hilarious is I don't even need the money for it. I just love being a douchebag that much. Maybe I'll become a professional wrestler next. I'm rich, so I can do whatever I want. I pretend to have neurological diseases and film myself having cringy fits and spasms, not caring at all how much I muddy the discussion of what it means to be neurodivergent in the 21st century. And thanks to TikTok, I can crank out 200 videos in a single afternoon. I do PG-rated tit porn taking money from minors, and I dox anybody who complains about it. One guy bitched about what I was doing, so I went to his house and filmed it and posted the address. Yeah, I got banned for it, but I make so much money for YouTube, they gave me back my channel after just a couple of days. I'm a creepy-ass pedophile who can't stop messaging children online, but by the time anyone discovers it, I'll have legions of idiots defending me in the comment section of my videos. Okay, so not all of it is that different. The Death Factory Bloodletting was directed and co-written by Sean Tretta. He's gone on to produce 18 episodes of 12 Monkeys, 30 episodes of Mayans MC, and 10 episodes of Star Trek Picard. He's also got some writing credits for episodes of all three. And, fun fact, he's married to Tiffany Shepis, who played Alexa in the first Death Factory. So with that slightly slimy cinematic slice served, it's time to say so long for now. And hopefully Silent Sophie never finds out how much I actually enjoyed this one. And until our paths cross for the next Crusty Chronicle, this is your friendly neighborhood Sugar Pants. See you in your dreams.
Take a look at this. Jesus Christ, that right there is the mail. Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay? Pepe Sylvia. This name keeps coming up over and over again. Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia.